So I don't know about you, but I find myself struggling to figure out what I want to do with my life. It seems like such a big abstract goal that I can't quite put my finger on, right? Like I want to be happy, I want to be healthy, and I want to have like family and friends that I love. But beyond that, it's very hard for me to pinpoint exact like goals or bucket list items. I usually tend to find that if I create a goal, then I can figure out how to reach it and how I can act on an everyday basis to get there. For instance, I want to run a half marathon in half a year. Okay, then I know that I need to run this many times a week, this many miles, rip it up. You know what I mean. It wasn't until recently that I kind of realized that I could flip the script on that and decide to create my goal based on what I wanted to do on an everyday basis. Hello there pretty people of the internet and welcome to my channel. My name is Annika and today I'm going to talk about the ordinary ideal week. I watched this video by Ali Abdaal where he talked about how to figure out what to do with your life, and one of those things was the ideal ordinary week. The video of course will be linked down below so you can check out the other methods he talked about as well. But I wanted to talk a little bit more about this one because it was so interesting to me and kind of blew my mind, and I love it. So the ideal ordinary week is a week a little bit in the future, maybe 6 months to 2 years in the future, and then you schedule out, as you would in your normal planner for the week, what you would love to do for every hour of that week. Obviously for everyone this will look different, but here you put in things like working out, working if that's part of your ideal life in 2 years or whatever timeline you set yourself, sleeping, hanging out with friends. Everything goes in here. The idea is also that this is an ordinary week, so it's not the week that you go on this tropical vacation or whatever. It's a normal week. It's kind of like your day-to-day life and designing your day-to-day life and the way you want that to look. I did this exercise and I discovered 3 pretty cool things. 1, the fact that I could start by designing my everyday life and then think about the goal, and I didn't have to do it the other way around. I could kind of create a goal around what I like to do on an everyday basis. 2, I realized that I actually have time to do all the things that I want to do, that I truly want to do. There are a lot of things that I'm like, I would love to learn a new language, which is true, but right now, I don't really want to do that practice every day. So I kind of didn't include that. And I have time for all the things that I wanted to do. In fact, the first time I made this, I had hours left over in the day when I still scheduled in like 8 to 9 hours of sleep and working out and all these things. And the third thing, and perhaps most important thing, is that I realized I can start a lot of these things right now. So although my schedule is kind of based on my kids being in daycare and only one of my kids currently is, I can start implementing a lot of the other things in my everyday life. So now whenever I have some free time, I look at my ideal ordinary week and I see what had I scheduled into this time slot and can I do that right now? And most of the time I can. I can take the kids and go for a walk, or I can sit down and read or write or film or edit a video or whatever it is I have scheduled in, which is pretty cool because now I don't feel like I'm just wasting time. Whenever I have free time, it's not just like, oh, whatever. I can be like, no, I have thought about this. I have thought about what I want to do with this time. So let me just do that. And look, I know that the ideal ordinary week isn't necessarily what an ordinary week can look like for you. But I think this is kind of a goal, right? So if you're currently working in 8 to 5 and you don't want to do that, try to see what you can do to change that up. Can you change careers? Can you make something more flexible? Can you start your own business or do side jobs? My current days include taking care of the kids. Daycare is out for summer and I have a 5-month-old that I am home with because daycares here don't take kids until they're at least 10 months, usually a year. And my ideal ordinary week doesn't include laying on the floor taking care of my kids all day, but that's kind of what I'm working with right now. So everything's not perfect, but that's also the idea, right? Like I'm putting it 2 years into the future, so it's where I want to be, and then when I have the opportunity to, I can change what I'm currently doing to get closer to that ideal. Have any of you done this before, or is this like a new thing for you as well? I feel like I've read so much about goal setting and like changing your life and deciding what to do with your life, but I've never seen it from this perspective. Maybe I'm just late to the game, but for me this was truly like mind-blowing and kind of game-changing. Try it out and let me know how it goes. It's very low commitment. You don't actually have to change anything right now. You just have to spend like 5-10 minutes with a piece of paper or like an Excel spreadsheet and put in what you would like to do for the different hours of the day. And I think you will find it to be quite enlightening. Let me know how it goes in the comments down below. Make sure to like this video if you found it helpful or enlightening in any kind of way. Subscribe if you want to watch more videos like this, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.